everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya, and if you're stopping by for the first time, I welcome you, thank you, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video. And if you're not stopping by for the first time, thank you everybody for your support. Give us a like, that really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it might help to promote me just that little bit more. So if you feel inclined to do so, that would make me really happy. Okay, and now I'm even happier because I've remembered to turn on my lights. Oh my gosh, I'm still not used to having that behind me, so I tend to forget. So if ever I've forgotten, I don't feel right afterwards, but I've already done the video, it's got to go ahead. But anyway, so this is the 10 things that make me happy tag. This was turned into a tag by KatL, and this was inspired by Karis from LV Lover CC. I was since then tagged by Gwenny, the ever so effusive styled by Gwenny, and also by Kat, and also I think by a couple of other people, but I've forgotten now. I didn't write it down. I'm sorry. I bet that doesn't make you very happy, nor me, to be honest, because I was slack. But I have been tagged by a few people, and I thank you all very much. So let me get right onto my list of 10 things. Okay, 2020, what a year. Unforgettable on so many levels. So what am I so happy about? What makes me so happy? Praise God that I still have a job. Essentially, first and foremost, above anything else. And I know that that sounds really superficial, but let's think about it. It's essential. And not for all this stuff, because in the end, this stuff can go. I'm a teacher, and that is an essential, and students still needed to learn. And as difficult as it was to try and navigate, right, through navigate the world of teaching students remotely, and while you would see them all on Teams on your laptop in front of you, see their little profile pictures, you can't actually see what they're doing. So it was really challenging to try and still engage them, to try and still let them see that what they were doing still had purpose, that we could still continue. So for me, as difficult as it was, I am ever so happy and grateful that I still have a job. Second thing, or the second thing that makes me so happy, is my family and friends. Now, as I said, and as I mentioned just earlier, all of this stuff here, as pretty as it is, as beautiful as they are, as much as I love them, I would give them up like that for my family and my close friends. And having family and friends, especially during this remote teaching and learning phase, during the home learning stages, during lockdown, back to work, back to lockdown, back to work again, you know, that unpredictability, just having the stability of close friends there has meant everything. Family, which has supported me through this year, which has been a particularly difficult year, not just for me, but even for the other people who are involved in the challenge that we had this year. I'm very aware of that. Having close family and friends is essential, is what was required and what was needed to help us get by. So family and friends, the ultimate. Thirdly, I finally started to grow up. And by that, that makes me happy, because you see, I was always too scared to take things on. And initially, let me say 20 something years ago, I used to have more confidence, and I used to have more nous to want to try and do things, to want to try and challenge myself. But then slowly over time, that was slowly suppressed. And as a means of coping, I didn't allow myself to try to do that anymore. So I stunted my own personal growth. I stunted myself by not challenging myself. So I am so happy that this past year, as difficult as this year has been, my God, has it been difficult. I've been able to see within myself some personal growth. Next one along, I have finally, which is very similar to the third, I have finally summoned up the courage to actually challenge myself more, to apply for some of those roles at work that, you know what, these last 20 years I would never have thought of doing, because I doubted myself so much. But finally I did it. I thought to myself, no, screw this. I know myself. I know what I'm capable of. I'm going to give it a go. And if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's all learning experience. It all, even the process teaches you more about yourself. And I learnt a lot about myself in that process. So for that, and for pushing myself, and for having others support me to encourage me, and you know who you are, I'm very, very happy and eternally grateful. Really, I suppose this will end up becoming the 10 things I'm most grateful for. But anyway, I'm still happy. Okay, fourth now, I think. Fifth, my YouTube hobby, my YouTube friends, my YouTube family. I call you family. I have made wonderful friends, and I know a lot of us who've done this tag have said that same thing. And a lot of you at home are probably sitting there watching, oh, there they go again, you know, oh, the usual thing. I don't want it to sound cliche, but let me tell you, I have made friends who have been so supportive on the other side of the world, and friends that I actually want to go and visit one day. I've made friends with people here in Australia who are interstate that I intend to go and visit one day because I can within Australia. It's much easier than going overseas, but I'll still do it. Don't you worry. I'm coming, Krista. I'm coming, Lisa. I'm coming, Maggie. I'm coming, Andrew. I'm coming. I'm coming. Anyway, so the thing is, my YouTube hobby has given me something, and my YouTube hobby always let's say, represented or symbolized that one little bit of me, that one little spark that I never let go out, despite all the challenges that I've had in the past. This hobby, and the fact that I started up again, this reflects just that one little spark that was left in me. And I'm so eternally grateful that I have made these friends and I've got this hobby. And this hobby and doing this has just given me some, you know, extra spice of life, spice to my life. I don't know, however you want to say it, you know. And I've been criticized a lot for having this hobby, and I've had people say to me, oh, you must be making so much money because you're on YouTube. No, honey, I don't make a cent. Thanks, AdSense. But, you know, I don't care. I don't do it because I want the money. You know, I can make money. I got a job, praise God. I do this because this teaches me something about myself, and I'm so happy that I'm sticking at it, and I haven't let others stop me from continuing to do this. And that, for those of you who know me, you know that that means everything, because it would have been just so much easier to just hide, to just continue to let myself feel demoralized when people found out about my channel, or when people criticized me for my channel, when people ridiculed me for having a channel, or would throw things in my face because I have a channel, you know. But I persisted, and that to me makes me happy. Damn, that was a long answer. A feeling of freedom since my separation, and this is going to sound really selfish, but we all need to have some level of selfishness in us so that we can look after ourselves, I guess. But I have this feeling of freedom. I can breathe now. I can breathe. I'm free, and wow. Wow. If you know, you know. Another point, so now I'm on number 8. Because of COVID this year and everything that's happened, couldn't go shopping, and although online shopping was available, at the same time I didn't buy all that much because there wasn't much of a need. And although there were times when I really, really wanted to buy something, or it was a bargain or something, I would always stop myself and question myself, and I'd say, yeah, but really, do I need it? I know I want it, definitely, there's no doubt about it, but do I really need it? And there were many times when I said no, and I didn't let myself proceed. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I was able to use what I have and enjoy it. I'm happy that I haven't lost that feeling that when you do order or buy something new, you still got that excitement, you still got that you know, the build up of happiness and excitement that you're going to do an unboxing, or that you're about to see it in real life, you know. And because I haven't been buying overly much, I still have that love for acquiring something and sharing it with you, or not, just keeping it for myself. I think this is my last one. I've sort of like lost track, but let's just say it is. I think I tended to overlap a couple, but let's just say this is my number 10. And as corny as this sounds, I am happy that I'm happy. I have not been happy for such a long time on so many levels. And as much as I tried to convince myself to be happy, as much as I tried to tell myself that I was happy, as much as I told others that I was happy, I was not. Deep down, I was not. But I am now. I am, and I'm so happy that I'm happy. I'm so happy that I can recognize my journey. I can recognize and acknowledge my transition, you know, my fortitude, my strength. And I know some of you would sit there and nod because many of you have been through it with me. And I know some of you are saying, yes, Tan, finally you're saying it. But yeah, I'm happy that I'm happy. And it doesn't come easily. You know, you still need to work at it. You still need to remind yourself. You still need to have a lot of that positive and realistic. And when I say positive, I don't mean idealistic, head in the clouds positive. I mean real positive, as in knowing limitations and knowing how to problem solve them and still be happy at the end of it. And even if things don't go your way, or even if you miss out on that bargain or something, essentially that's not going to be enough to stop this happiness. And you know, really practicing positive manifestations and positive thoughts and positive self-talk and positive talk to others, which then reflects back. That's everything. Thank you. Thank you to Kat and to Gwenny for tagging me, and to some of the others who also tagged me. And forgive me, I didn't write down who they were, but thank you so much for that. I'd now like to tag a few people, and I probably am too late anyway because I'm sure I'm the last one doing this tag, but I'd like to tag Jessie, Kenny Fortaleza, and Kim Curated. So let us know what makes you happy. So take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.